Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this January the 26th, 2024. Daily cryptocurrency, XRP, Bitcoin, and blockchain technology video that you've come to expect, love, need, and deserve. And if you want to become members of, yes, the Jabroni Killers for the industry cheap and best value out there for $2.99 a month. It's in the pinned comment or video description below, as is my Robinhood and Coinbase links if you want to trade with old Vincenzo. And listen here, it is mandatory to share, like, and subscribe, to help push us through the YouTube sphere. And there will be 3 videos released today. This first video will have the Bitcoin dominance, the XRP, the AMP, and the XDC in it. The second video will have XLM, HBAR, DGB, and VLO. And the third video will have IOTA, DIA, LCX, VTH, and Monero. And probably XC on daily update. Peace and love on to this critical video. And if we start with this critical video, we're going to go into some news. I don't think anything's really happened in the news. Michael Saylor to buy more Bitcoin at $104,000. Binance Bitcoin gap hit record at perp stay bearish at 105,000. Too many tokens, analysts argue. Oversupply could on altcoin season. Spot Bitcoin ETF records staggering 4.7 billion in 7-day inflows. Quick hit, big BTC traders see limit upside in short term after SBR twist. A crypto analysis says the Trump administration executive order to evaluate digital stockpile rather than a Bitcoin-specific strategic reserve has dampened short-term bullish expectations for Bitcoin. The market sees limited upside for the asset in the short term, likely due to absence of a specific BTC reserve announcement. On-chain options protocol founder Nick Foster said in January 25th analysis. Foster cited platform staggering 83.3% of Bitcoin options contracts on January 24th being calls sold, which is meant when traders see sell call options expecting Bitcoin price to stay the same or decline. Without real actionable stops like the creation of a national reserve, the market isn't buying in, he said. So that's something very interesting. Traders were expecting concrete actions, not vague promises, and the market is now making it clear that hype alone isn't enough to drive lasting impacts. So that's something that's very interesting, and we'll continue to stay up with the news. And if we start off with the Bitcoin dominance, you can see the Bitcoin dominance now is still above that critical 58.54% dominance. And if we continue to rise like this, and as you've seen a little bit of a sell-off this week on in altcoins, if we continue to rise into Bitcoin dominance, let's make this to where we can actually see it, make that bigger. If we continue to rise in Bitcoin dominance and get closer to the, get our price note out here, if we get closer to the 61.79% dominance, altcoins are going to continue to fall and fall fast. But if this starts to break down and starts to get closer to some of these lower lows regionally at 57.17 or lower, altcoins to go back on the rise. So this is a very critical thing to watch for altcoins is the Bitcoin dominance. When the Bitcoin dominance is rising, like here, altcoins are falling. When Bitcoin dominance is falling, we're just going to have to keep getting rid of that advertising. When Bitcoin dominance is falling like this, especially initially, altcoins rise, just like altcoins were rising here. Altcoins had a brief fall. Altcoins had a very big rally at the end of December, and now altcoins have started to fall again as Bitcoin dominance is rising. And as an inverse correlation, when Bitcoin dominance is rising, altcoins are falling. When Bitcoin dominance is falling, altcoins are rising, and it's very critical to understand that and to pay attention to that correlation. The XRP price, you can see we've had a pretty big fall over the weekend. If we want to say this isn't a bull flag here, it's falling down in the bull flag, and the underneath support of that would be at the 50-day moving average. Oh, we're in the 4-hourly. In the daily time frame, not the 50-day, would be down here at about $2.93, and the moving averages are what we've been following. And now you can see, we'll move this out over here. The 50-day is now almost up to that $2.56 major support, sitting at $2.50. The 100-day moving average is now sitting there at about $2.02, and the long-term 200-day is now sitting at about $1.49. And as we do know with the XRP price, we have a couple of things that could be going on here, and we're going to make this bigger that we're talking about it. We could be in a head and shoulders short-term topping reversal pattern, where if we bring our industry exclusive perching tool, not that lame ass line tool, you got your big pump and you got a left shoulder, your head that you're currently working on. And if this is a head right here, you'd work back down towards the 50-day, 100-day moving average in blue, or the neckline here, then have a nice bounce back for a right shoulder to confirm another neckline. And then if you have a breakdown, oh, I erased that. Your breakdown would get you down over to here. And the way you would do that is you would go from the top of the head right there to the neckline right there to the point of a breakout. And that would get you down here pretty close in the daily time frame to $1.25, if not between $1.25 and $1.30 on a short-term topping out reversal pattern. But now if this is a bigger pattern, smaller pattern bull flag, you could be looking at this as your bull flag right here, where you have the flagpole right here. Hold on, we need to get rid of that. You would have your flagpole right here. See that? See your flagpole right here? Nice flagpole. And then this could be your flag right there in your descending channel. And if you broke out of that, your targeted move would be up there at about $4.68 in the short term. So those are the two short-term patterns that we're watching in Bitcoin or in XRP. Your major underneath support is still sitting here just above the 50-day moving average at $2.56. This green line running horizontal is your major underneath support. And as long as you stay above that, we'll even make that red now, since the 200-day, the short-term 50-day moving average is almost there. If you stay above the 50-day moving average in red and the horizontal major support level in red, you're still very bullish, meaning if you came down here and held this and started to bounce back up, you're still very bullish. You wouldn't become bearish unless you broke that underneath it and then failed it as support and broke down and confirmed below it like this. That would be short to medium term bearish. So that's what we're watching out for right now in the XRP price, and we'll continue to monitor that in the coming days and weeks. AMP is trying to show signs of life, even though the overall altcoin market is down. We're trying to break out of what could be a bull flag here after your last big pump, your flag pull, and then your flag. But the flag is almost longer than the pull itself, which can often be an indication that it's not going to happen. But if it is a bull flag, your targeted move would be from the bottom to the top of the pole to the point of a breakout, and that gets you all the way up here near that 3.5 cents. And I still do believe AMP is going to end up between this 3 cents and 7 cents major upper resistance in this green trading box. I have no doubt that this will happen. I don't know when. It might take 2 days. It might take 2 months. It might take a year. Sometime it's going to get up there. I'm strongly convicted that it's going to get up there, and I have no reason to doubt that it's not going to get up there. And I'm going to continue to say that and continue to promote that, albeit I am not a financial advisor. These are my only personal opinions. I do believe it's still going to get there, and I still believe from the current price that we could come threaten an all-time high and get up there from current price and make an 8 to 14x move. I still do believe that could happen, and I'm still anticipating it at some point to happen, and I'm going to continue to watch this for you guys and give you my honest opinions on what's going on with AMP. I still do believe it could get there, but you can see where you've been getting rejected by recently, right there. And notice this is your major trading area right here, where all the trading takes place. Notice if you can break above this critical level and hold it at about the 0.015, there is very little trading all the way up the ladder to its old all-time high. And what that means is there's going to be very little resistance for people to give you resistance on until you got up near this area right here, where when the coin and this chart came out, we had some trading. You can see it behind there. Some candle bodies stick up there, and that's why we have the green trading box up there between the 3.5 and 7.5 cents, because that's where there would be your next area of resistance. But from this area right here all the way into here, you got a 400% move where there's very little trading. You see this big gap? See how you got these long candlesticks? Look at right here. There's virtually nothing there. It dies off, drops off to almost nothing. And that's why I'm very bullish and think there could be a very big pump at some point once you get up into that area. And I'm going to continue to watch out for that. The old XDC, we can see is still trading up and sideways. The volume in the weekly has started to come down slightly. If we go into the daily time frame, the volume has been cut even more, cut even further down. And you can see we've broken below this makeshift rising channel, coming along near this 50-day moving average in the daily time frame. And in XDC, you can see these moving averages are starting to run parallel, about 9.5 cents on the 50, about 7.7 cents, 7.75 cents on the 100, and about 6 cents, even just above 6 cents on the 200. And what you would look for here on a consolidation is to hold and stay above these three moving averages right here. And then you could potentially have a run up and try to make a run up towards that 19 cents. Like, subscribe, and share. Remember, the next video that comes out in about an hour, we'll have XLM, we'll have DGB, we'll have VLO, and a couple of the other altcoins that everyone's been interested in. Peace and love.